Woo! We done with Spider-Man. 100% of the game. And been busy actually creating content for my other channel. If you guys didn't know, I have two channels. Golden Gloves Boxing. I talk about boxing. I pretty much stream videos on boxing topics and boxing discussions. And also I'm training for football. So there's been a lot on my plate. And plus there hasn't been a lot of videos, a lot of stuff that I would like to discuss regarding anime content. But anyways.
Hold up. Yeah.
Swirl.
Yeah.
What is good? I mean, what is really good, my people? It is UK. Trotler brother dr.blick, the darkest man who rounded today, guys. I'll be talking about One Piece World Seeker. So, if there's been a time for you guys to get that fried chicken and get that Kool-Aid, now is the perfect time because UK Trotler brother will be going ham on this video. So, without further ado, let me just get with it. So, first of all, I gotta start off by saying that I am sorry for the lack of uploads. I feel like I keep saying this and I feel like I keep doing the same thing. I feel like I'm starting, and I've said this before as well. I feel like I'm starting to find a good level in terms of balancing things out. Obviously, if you guys do not know, I run a boxing channel. My friend Gary helped me out with that boxing channel in terms of the graphic stuff, so they can take the weight off my shoulders in terms of running that boxing channel. So I got that boxing channel, which I'm mainly gonna make it streaming centric. Obviously videos here and there for that channel. And I got this channel, of course, and also I got training, which takes a lot of energy out of me. That's something that I do consistently. Out of the free stuff I've named, that's the most consistently I do and the most work I put in, because I just want to get far in that field. So I gotta put in the work, I gotta keep grinding, I gotta keep pushing myself in terms of getting to where I want to be. So I'm starting to find the right balance, and within the midst of all of that, I was playing a lot of Spider-Man PS4, and it gave me the idea of this topic. And the topic of this video is going to be how One Piece World Seeker can be a good game. And I know some of you are going to be like, yo Blick, haven't you made a video on why or how it can be successful and what it needs to do for it to be successful? Yes, I did make a video on that, but after playing Spider-Man PS4, there's a lot of stuff that I feel like they can implement to make this a good game. Originally, I was meant to make this video with OG Dugan, which unfortunately schedules and times just don't line up, and when they line up, no one's really in the mood to record videos. So I'm gonna record this video solo, but I'm gonna give that shout out to OG Dugan. So if you guys do not know who he is, channel link in the description below. You will see One's Justice, you'll see Naruto, the Boruto, Shinobi Striker, Black Clover, all of those small anime game titles. If you want them small anime game titles, looking for YouTubers that cover that, OG Dugan is your guy. So link to his channel will be in the description below. I highly recommend you guys check that out. And let me just get on with the main topic of the video. So, having played Spider-Man PS4 completely 100% in the game, there are some stuff that I feel like One Piece World Seeker can actually do and actually make it a good game in terms of gameplay standpoint, in terms of the little increments that they can put to make it good. And what I mean by that is, I mean, obviously the story cannot be fixed in terms of how good it is gonna be, because that's already set in stone. There's nothing we can do about that story mode. That story mode, for the most part, is set in stone. If it's a bad story mode, it's a bad story mode. But there's certain stuff that they can do well for it to be a good story in terms of okay, not story, a good game in terms of gameplay aspects. And what I mean by that is, obviously, one of the main examples I'm gonna put out there is the swinging. Obviously, you got Luffy swinging around like he's Spider-Man. So in terms of him swinging around, the swinging has to be fluid. Like, I know people are gonna say that's not really that important, but if it's gonna be there, and if you're gonna be doing that as a way to get from point A to point B in quick succession, he's got to be able to swing. He's got to be able to swing. And I would like to see tricks done while he's swinging, or like how he's in Spider-Man where he swings through them little tiny gaps. That would be cool to see Luffy do that, or how he's swinging and he has the ability to like pull himself there and then spring off, run on the walls and stuff. Like, all of that stuff will be good to see in a One Piece game. If you're giving him the swinging ability, take some inspiration from Spider-Man in terms of his swinging, in terms of how agile he is, in terms of how fluid he is, in terms of his movement in the air and the way he glides around and how smooth it is. You might as well take the inspiration from there and make it as smooth and great as possible. We want to have that great experience. Taking inspiration is always a good thing. I've always been a fan of people that take inspiration and try and make it their own. And I feel like this they can try and make it their own, but knowing who's developing it, just straight up copy it, man. It doesn't even matter, man. Just give us a good ability to swing, because I feel like that would be very key, very important in terms of the movement aspect of this game. Another thing I would like to touch on is what was I gonna say? Is the combat in terms of objects. Obviously, we know the stealth ability in terms of hiding underneath stuff, hiding away from stuff, creeping at different angles, and that's something that Spider-Man did really well. And what you guys are gonna notice about this, a lot of these stuff I'm saying are from Spider-Man. If you draw a comparison to stuff I'm saying, the stuff I'm saying is not out of the norm for One Piece to do this in a game that's formatted like this. It's something that is very possible to be put in the game. So when I mean stealth elements, I'm liking the whole idea of stealth elements, but I would like to see say if Luffy's somewhere high, or you've seen that screenshot when he's on the ledge. If I can find that screenshot, I'll put it up on your screen right now so you guys can see what I mean. That screenshot when he's up on a ledge. I would like the ability how, you know how like Spider-Man's up on the ledge, or he's hidden in a blind spot for one of the demons. So I would like to see Luffy be able to grab them, pull them down, or just throw them down off the building or something, like how Spider-Man is able to grab people, web them up against the wall, and that'll be them done, and that'll clear out the path. And I would like Luffy to be able to use certain objects, throw it, and have a ability to separate the Marines. The one Marine goes one way, one Marine goes another way, all of them are confused, and give you the ability to go on that night mode and see whether it's safe to take down an enemy. Because in Spider-Man, that was very useful to see whether it's safe. You could throw an object or throw a web shooter at a certain angle. The Marine will run to that certain angle, or look around, or start exploring to see where it came from, and then it makes the did I say Marine? I meant the demons or whoever, whether it's Fisk's men or the demons, or even I can't remember the other people's name, the people that kind of look like Stormtroopers. I can't remember the woman's name, bro, her people. But you guys get where I'm coming from in terms of that aspect. I mean, like how he uses the web shooter, they go one way and it opens up the ability to take that one enemy, and it clears the pathway for him to go through to wherever he needs to go. Stuff like that will be very useful in this game, and I'll welcome that in this game. I feel like they gotta do things like that. If you're gonna put stealth, which is not really Luffy-esque, but if you're gonna do stealth, you might as well do stealth right. You know what I'm saying? You might as well do stealth right, and I feel like there's a lot of stuff that they can take and implement in this game and actually do it well, and that's one of the stuff that I would like to see. Give us night mode with an option where someone's in when it's going to cause danger and you're going to attract a lot of attention, or give us a night mode, or should I say an option where it shows us where it's safe. So safe and danger will be two things that I would like to see in One Piece World Seeker. I'm not sure whether they're going to do it, but I would like to see that. I don't even know what number I'm on or whatever. Another thing I would like to see is the environment where you're in cities and towns. It's got to be more filled. It's got to be more filled. You got to feel like you're there. Like if you're looking at open world games like GTA, you feel the environment. Say if I pick up a random object and I throw it, I want the people around there to flinch. I want them to be scared. I want to be them to say, oh my gosh, it's Monkey D. Luffy, or some crap like that, or be able to make it feel more realistic, because obviously Luffy's a pirate and all that stuff, but I want it to be recognized how, like, when you're not swinging in Spider-Man is recognized by a lot of people asking for his picture, people high-fiving him and all that stuff. I want people, some of them, to feel that sense of danger or have the ability to know who Luffy is, or just actually feel like they're doing normal daily activities in the game. That'll be very useful. That'll be very nice to see, and I would like them to do that. Just make it more, at least just fill up the area. It seems a bit empty. Everyone's kind of standing still. No one's really moving around. Just make them move around and just do stuff daily. Like people just going one way and other people going the other way. Just make it seem like there's actually people there, not a desert wasteland. When you're in the woods in the wilderness, that makes sense to me. When you're in the city and it's like that, that does not make sense to me at all. And I would like to see that. I would really like to see that in this game. If you're gonna use Luffy as the only playable character, you better maximize the stuff he has in terms of creating a skill tree as well. A skill tree is another thing I would like to see. You saw it how in games like this they have skill tree with different abilities and different stuff that Luffy can do. And I feel like that would be cool to have a skill tree to put different abilities on that Luffy can do, and that will help out. That will help out a lot in terms of getting by and doing things on this game. And I feel like that's going to be easy for them to implement in terms of techniques, because Luffy has a lot of techniques that he can do, a lot of things in his arsenal that will be very useful for this game. But who knows what they're going to do in terms of that aspect. But I would like to see them have a skill tree, not everything unlocked at the beginning. Different outfits as well would be cool. Outfits from Dressrosa, from Strong World, from Marineford, from Whole Cake Island. All the different outfits, because Luffy wears a lot of different outfits, so you might as well use that to your advantage. And it would be cool to see an original outfit on this game as well. And I feel like they've got to fill up the whole side mission stuff, because when you got a lot of people that have played games like Spider-Man, that have played games like Arkham Knight, and then they get a game like this, they're gonna subconsciously compare. Because if you know what good is in terms of that game genre, and they go ahead and play something that is nowhere near close to that standards, you're gonna notice it. And I feel like there's a lot of things that this game can do. This game has a lot of potential to be a good game. I don't know whether it's gonna succeed. It probably won't. I probably might enjoy it. Even then, me thinking about that is kind of a stretch based on what we've seen so far. But I would like to see that. That would be cool. Another thing I'd like to see is, since Luffy has the ability to stretch, I would like to see him be at a far distance where Marines are. You know how like Spider-Man's on like a porch, and you can see all of the demons. I'm gonna use demons as an example because there's different sort of enemies in the game. So when you see the demons, yeah, you see them walking around. You see like a little let's say you see like there's a little object, and they're walking past this certain big ass object. I can't remember what the right word for it is called. And Spider-Man has the ability to string his webs and pull it down on them. I would like to see Luffy do that, but with his arms. That would be so sick. To see Luffy stretch his arms out and put it down on top of people, and be able to grab people like that, and be able to throw people, and be able to pick up objects from distance and throw it at people, or spin them around and throw it at people. Luffy has a lot of variety of things that he can do. In terms of things that he can do, there's a lot. It's just whether they think outside the box and show that creative aspect of the game, which I feel like they can fulfill. And I feel like I'm making this video hella long, but there's a couple of stuff I want to say, because I just want to get this out there in terms of what they can do to make this game a good game. And one of the things I got to mention is the boss battle. The boss battle has to be a respectable difficulty, not crazily stupid in terms of how they beat your ass by spamming and spamming and spamming, but you got to give us a respectable difficulty. If I'm fighting against Akainu, I don't want to be able to fight him normally. I want to be forced to dodge around him, and then be able to attack him when he gets tired, or find different ways to use my agility, because Luffy's very agile. Luffy's got a lot of agility and great movement in terms of getting away from people. We gotta have that dodging button, that dodging mechanic that you see in Arkham and you see in Spider-Man. So we had that mechanic how Luffy can maneuver stuff, and when it's an opening he can go in. That makes it more realistic for him to attack people, not just straight up fighting them like it's freaking Pirate Warriors. Because if you're able to fight them like that, if you're able to attack them in the same way that you can attack a minion or even basic ass marine, then what's the difference? Like, what's the difference other than them having more buffed up attacks? What's the difference? You gotta create a difference between the two. You know how, like, when you're playing Fisk mission, when you're playing with Fisk or playing against Fisk, and you string webs at him, you have him tied up, then you can go in and attack him. Or when you're fighting against Shocker, you sidestep, you get tired, you go in and attack him. Or you see an object, you're meant to knock the object down on him. You gotta give us variety, not just Luffy just going straight up there, beating his ass like he's beating a Marine's ass. We gotta create that sense of variety. You gotta create that sense of challenge and objective stuff, that stuff you have to do. And another thing I like to see is basic missions. Like, we had missions in Spider-Man, which some people might not like, where you're chasing pigeons around, taking pictures and all that stuff. They can have fun with this in terms of the missions that they can do. I don't really have ideas on the top of my head, but they could be creative in terms of that aspect. That is something I would like to see them do, but if they can't, it's whatever. But that's pretty much all I gotta say. This video turned out to be pretty long, and it was a solo video as well. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Leave your thoughts and opinions about this down in the comment section below. And yeah, let me just wrap up this video. So please comment and subscribe. I know I say this all the time, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, please like when you enjoyed this video. And yeah, it's UK. Trot the Brother, catch you in the next one. Bye guys.